blue balls are just not my thing. Hey everyone, welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids. Today I'll be reviewing the GB5 Pearl and the special effect. I just got back from Reno and I just got these balls drilled here. I wish I had them over there. I think it would have been great over there. Everyone was throwing it. They just look really good from every player out there, honestly. I can't wait to tell you guys a little bit about them. Today we were bowling on the PBA Monticelli, which is a 40-foot challenge pattern. It's a little burnt up as we use it for our Tuesday league here at Splitsville. And today I'll be doing a little progression vid. I'll be throwing the GB5 solid and then going into the GB5 Pearl, which will go into the Widowmania and then going to the special effect. Let me tell you a little bit about that progression. As the lanes were already burnt up after league, I did play a little straighter with the GB5 solid. The GB5 had a slower response, kind of rolled earlier, as well as it didn't really give away the pocket, but I didn't have a lot of back-end reaction. So as you watch my shots, I was leaving light 10s or something was kicking out the 10 pin. The ball wasn't really getting to the pocket the way I wanted it to, but just not the shape that I would like to bowl on when it's that burnt. As I progressed into the GB5 Pearl, it did give me more back-end reaction. As I kept progressing left, the ball did get better, but I had to really throw good shots just to make sure that after throwing the GB5 Pearl, I went to the Widowmania. My gosh, that ball gave me probably the best read on what happened on that lane. Like, now that the lanes has burnt up and I was far enough left, I could use the Mania where it gave me that length, but it didn't give me that crazy back-end reaction that the GB5 Pearl did. And reading off the spot, it was just rolling right in. Just felt like I had 20 boards of miss room, but honestly, it was probably like 5 or 6. So as I threw the Widowmania, it did give me a smooth control shape, but the ball still kept its energy once it hits the pins. As I kept chasing it left, the ball didn't really lose any energy, and I was getting more in my comfort zone where I could just get around the ball, float it down the lane, and just watch it roll right into the pocket. It was beauty. I knew this ball was gonna keep striking, but we need to compare it with the special effect as well. So switch to the special effect. Wow, that ball has a lot of back end for being a big ASIM ball. So you can see that every time I threw it, I had to move left. Every time I went high, I moved at least 3 to 4 left. And this ball just would not stop hooking. I'm pretty sure if the Mania was getting too far left and I couldn't get it to finish anymore, I would go straight into the special effect. And this is what a lot of the guys on tour were throwing at Reno. And it was just giving them that length, and the ball keeping its energy just made those pins explode. It was amazing. I wish I had mine at that time, but you know what? It is what it is. And for sure, it's gonna be in my bag for the next upcoming tournaments. So let's talk a little bit of hook potential and response times with each ball. I think Gene was gonna make me a little graph here somewhere. Here, 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 or here. I'm not really sure. Maybe just right in the middle. Let me tell you about the GB5 Solid. So the GB5 Solid is more of my benchmark ball. The hook potential is like a 6 for me, where it's smooth, as well as the response time is as well as 6. It's not giving me anything crazy. It's giving me predictable reads. And I know that once I start getting left, that ball is just gonna roll smoothly. And I know that I'm gonna need to ball up. Because once I get into a zone where it's just not there anymore, I'm gonna leave a lot of 10 pins. So the GB5 Solid is a dark blue ball. The shelf appeal to me is probably like a 6 to 7. Let's say 6.5. I do like the dark color balls, and it being blue, just going down the lane, doesn't really stand out. Now, let's talk about the GB5 Pearl. Hook potential, I would give it a 6 to about 5, so 5.5. But the response time, I would give it an 8. With that being said, it really just gets down the lane further than the GB5 Solid, and likes to just ping off the spot. I think it's gonna be a good ball, especially if I need to move further left, probably where the special effect was, or I need the ball to sail down the lane. With shelf appeal, I would give this ball a 6.5 as well. You still get that dark blue color, you get a little bit of purple in there. It is shiny. I like the color, but it's just too much blue. Blue balls are just not my thing. The Widowmania, I can tell you that that ball is amazing. Over here, wherever it is, the hook potential is an 8. With it being a big ASIM and it being a Pearl, it really got down the lane. And I think once it got to the spot, it just rolled smoothly. So the hook potential is an 8. And the response time, I would give it a 5.5. Maybe close to a 5. It just didn't give me that crazy back-end reaction that the GB5 was giving me, but it was really controlled. I really like it off my eye. As I kept moving left and played a tight angle, it just looked really good to me. Shelf appeal, I would give it another 6. It's just another blue ball. But if you like blue balls, go get yourself one. The last ball is the special effect. The special effect is amazing. It really gave me the option to move left and keep moving left, but not have super back-end reaction, and I think that's to do with the core and the cover. Let's give it its rating. So the hook potential for the special effect, I would give it an 8 as well, just like the Mania. Just really gets to the spot and blends really nicely. And the response time, I would say it's stronger than the Mania. I would give it a 6.5. Once it gets to the spot, it's clean, but I don't see it jumping. I'm sure if I bowled on different patterns that were maybe shorter or not a lot of urethane was thrown down the middle and try and play steep angles, I bet you this ball will come back. This ball just is special. Shelf appeal, I'll give it an 8. I do like the coloring they have on the ball, how they have it bright orange. I like purple, and I do like the red contrast. Like going down the lane looks pretty cool. So that's my rating on these balls. If you like blue balls, get yourself those other blue balls. All right, guys, so final thoughts. I believe these 2 balls are gonna be in my bag. I saw a lot of those guys throw it on tour and they made it look really good. So I'm excited to bring these to the next couple tournaments, see where I can use them. I'm sure I'll be using them with lanes that are newer surface, just because when we were at Reno, those lanes were probably 3 to 4 years old. Apparently they were just switched out recently. I'm excited. I got a regional coming up in a couple weeks. I'm gonna bring these for sure at Angel of the Winds and see how it goes. All right, guys, before I finish the vid, question for y'all. What's the biggest tournament you ever bowled and how did you feel? Honestly, when I bowled Reno at WSOB, I was nervous that first day, but as the days went on, I chilled out, started throwing better shots, started making better moves. I felt happy. It was awesome to bowl with all those guys, and I can't wait to do it again. But let us know down in the comments below what your biggest tournament was and how you felt. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next vid.